Hi there, this is Dr. Tall Paul Simon, psychiatrist. Just wanted to talk to you a little bit about suicide and um, some interesting facts about it that can help you understand it and who's highest at risk. But before I get into that, please subscribe to this channel so that I can keep doing these videos and expand the topics and increase the quality. So, suicide, we get a lot of press about suicide, and it's the highest risk thing in psychiatry and mental health, of course. Um, but there are a lot of misconceptions about suicide, why people do it, um, who does it, and who's at highest risk. So, why do people kill themselves? Well, everybody has their different reasons, and it's an action of despair, right? In desperation. I think desperation is almost a better word, I think, because people, when they're in pain, will do anything to get out of it if it's bad enough. So think about mental pain or psychic pain as a physical pain, and you might be able to better understand why people kill themselves. Um, a lot of times people will feel trapped and desperate, and they don't know what else to do, and their rational thinking goes away. So just think about if you've ever stubbed your toe. Presumably you have. I think everybody stubbed their toe here and there, and it hurts really bad. So if you stub your toe bad enough, you lose all kind of rational thought. All the pain goes out the window as far as thinking about it logically. So, and you just want it to end. So that's, I think, what leads people to suicide is that desperation and that overwhelming emotion that they're feeling. Now, who's at highest risk for suicide? Who do you think is at highest risk for suicide? Well, it's actually probably not who you would think. The highest risk by far for suicide is actually old men, especially number one, Native American men. Second is Caucasian men, old men. And why is that? Well, they are probably not all that socially capable of rallying a support system. So think about a curmudgeony, angry old man who's maybe been like that for a long time, has alienated family, or just feels alone, and they don't have the social skills to really connect with other people and let them in and talk about their feelings. Old men are probably not who you think of as being sensitive and talking about their feelings and everything like that. So they are much more likely to feel alone and trapped and desperate. Now, there are also more likely to be alcoholics. And honestly, people tend to do stupid things when they're drinking too much. So, another thing that is in common with those two demographics is that they have a lot of guns. And they are more likely to live in rural areas. So, there's a lot of guns, more alcohol, socially isolated, and bitter perhaps, or disappointed, about their self-esteem and where they've come in their life. It's just, and maybe their health issues are starting to build up. So maybe they have a new diagnosis of cancer or something like that, or had their first heart attack, or, so health issues also are a big predictor of suicide too. So these groups you wouldn't think of as being highest risk for suicide, but they are by far. They're not on the front page of Facebook or the newspaper. Who ends up on the front page is people who are more attractive and appealing, like young women and young, healthy people in the prime of their life, and it's not that those people don't kill themselves, obviously, but they are much more likely to try or attempt suicide actually than older white males or Native American males, but they are far less likely to succeed than an old dude. So an old guy with guns, you know, means business. And so the young people, teenagers, we hear about those horrible tragedies, um, but not a lot of things kill young people. So when something bad happens, it's really gets a lot of attention. But think about those old isolated males. Um, that that kind of helps you understand who's at higher risk. So, and contemplating why that might be helps us understand suicide in general. So, isolation, lack of social connections, health issues, substance use issues, access to guns. These are all high risk or risk factors that increase suicide. So if you are feeling or contemplating suicide and not even necessarily planning on it, but please call someone. There's a 988 national hotline. Call 911 if you're really on the brink. Talk to somebody, talk to your doctor, talk to a therapist, talk to your loved ones. Show up at an emergency room. Just show up. They are emergency rooms for a reason. They handle all kinds of emergencies, and they can help you maybe get started on a medication or plug you into some services and stuff like that. So just if you feel like you're heading that way, please reach out. That is the key there, is to connect yourself to people who care. So call 988, show up at an emergency room, talk to people, get the guns out of your house. Yeah, so hope you all are doing okay, and take care.